we made it to Yellowstone National Park.
We found our first buffalo. It's huge. We are Preston and Peyton, and at the beginning of 2022, we moved into our 39-foot fifth wheel with our two dogs, Zink and Echo, to start traveling the U.S. full-time. We are so excited to share with you the adventures that we find next.
Just got in.
Look how beautiful it is.
It's 8:36, so the park opened 36 minutes ago. Not too much traffic yet. Trying to beat a lot of that and see if we can find some wildlife. We already saw a few elk.
We saw a lot of elk. There were like 12 probably. Some of them were standing up, and then we drove a little bit further and I was like, I think there was a ton laying in the grass. So that was really cool.
Just getting started. We'll see what we can find today, but we're gonna head first to today, we're gonna be in and out of the car a lot. There's about 6 or so different stops here on the lower loop, and we're gonna try and hit all the main attractions. There's a few gas stations, which is nice, so we don't have to worry about running out of gas, but they say the lower loop's about 2 hours and 45 minutes, and that's not including stops. Our first stop is these little geysers.
Made it to some of the geysers. There's this huge boardwalk and you kind of walk in a big circle and you can see quite a few at once. It's definitely warming up because the sun's coming out. Preston says it smells like rotten eggs. I don't really smell anything, but I have heard, so I don't know, maybe I'm just weird. But they are super cool. Like, and you can hear them like gurgling, and one of them was spitting up just a little bit, but we hope when we get to like some of the big geysers that we can time it to where like it explodes and we can see it, but we'll see. Finished at the springs. It was absolutely beautiful. The water is so clear and there's just like so many colors, and at the Grand Prismatic Springs the steam is like the color of like the underground. Like there was blue steam and red steam, and it was crazy. We saw some people that were like above the springs. It's almost like they hiked up to this hill to try to see if they could get an above view, and we want to try to find where that is. The boardwalk we were on was nice, but we thought it might lead up there, but it didn't, so we don't quite know where that hike is or how long it would take to get there, but we want to see if we can make it.
A lot of people, and it is Sunday, by the way. Oh,
people are hiking back over here. There's like a string of people walking. I caught me a snacker.
I gotta prepare for the hike. Not my fault.
Somebody is serious about his gear. What you got there?
My Nikon binos, Benos. That view is incredible. You don't really get a feel for the color until you're up top looking down on it.
Yeah, like the boardwalk and seeing the other basins is cool. Like I would say do it, but can't see me.
But it's so clear from up top.
Yes, and like 10 out of 10. Like you have to just find this trailhead, even if that's the only way you see it. It's a way better view.
It is.
Than like the packed boardwalk. But down there, there's like the steam and you know, you really feel like you're in it, but this is way cooler.
Headed back to the truck for a quick lunch and then to the next iconic place. Gordon, you can tell them.
We found our lunch spot right here. Obviously, we packed our own food. It's not the most scenic view, but Old Faithful's like a mile up the road. and we didn't want to eat in the other parking lot, so we're just gonna sit here, have some food, maybe let the dogs walk around right here, and then Old Faithful right up the road.
Quick stop for us and for the kiddos. They've been doing good. Let them run around for a second.
We found our first buffalo. It's huge. Lunch was good, but it was quick because we looked at the map and we still have so much to see today. It's kind of crazy. But we made it to Old Faithful. The parking here is like way better than any of the other ones, but it's because there's like a huge lodge. I see the steam, so we're close.
Fun fact, Old Faithful goes off every 68 to 94 minutes. And it lasts, plus or minus 10 minutes, so let's not be too specific. And it lasts 1.5 to 5 minutes. We're not sure when it went off last. Somebody said like
I thought I heard someone walk
ago.
by and say it went off around noon, and it's currently like 12:45, so fingers crossed that that's true.
We're not sure how much longer we have.
It's steaming though. But there's other places you can walk around, so we're trying to debate if we're gonna walk around, and then if it goes off to sprint back, or...
Fortunately, they have benches. And look at everybody waiting. And sleeping.
We do have a front row seat though.
It's quite the happening event when it happens. We decided to go on a little walk. We got bored sitting, but there is a tight little circle that goes all the way around it. So we'll be able to see it regardless if it goes off. But the seats are definitely the best place to do it. Better hurry back.
Old Faithful review time.
It was faithful, but didn't have as much pressure and go as high or as long as I expected, to be honest.
Yeah, and we waited. We were there for about
Just under an hour.
Yep. But luckily, there was a geyser behind it that went off. That was like super powerful. The crazy thing is, it was like a small little hole. It wasn't like a big thing, but it was huge.
It went really high and really long.
We have traffic. I'm hoping it's because there's wildlife in the road or something.
But that was a big crowd. There were a lot of people there.
So many people there.
We were next to some people from
The Netherlands.
the Netherlands, that is correct. They're visiting America.
Yes, it was his first time, which is super cool.
Our first elk. I saw.
You saw some this morning.
Our first elk up close. That is about 40 yards.
There's something in the water. It's in the lake. So we made it to West Thumb Geyser Basin, and it's right on the lake and this boardwalk. I think they said it's a half mile all the way around. and you just get to walk right by the water. It's really pretty.
Dinner is served.
We have hit a traffic jam. There's like a huge herd of buffalo on this side of the hill, but there's one buffalo literally walking in the middle of the road in the middle of our lane. So there's a bunch of cars stopped. I'm sure to look, but I mean, this guy is just taking his sweet time and just walking on the road. And all of his friends are down here by the river and he's just chilling in the road. Maybe he'll move. I think he's thinking about it. But hey, it's cool. I'm okay with wildlife being on the road. This is a traffic jam I like. Press and I were talking. If there's a traffic jam in a national park, it's typically a good thing. It means there's something to look at. Any other time, traffic jams are the worst. Oh, he's getting out of the road. Yes. What you finding there, babe?
There's probably about 40 bison on this side, and then across the river, you can't see it with the camera, but there's probably a herd of 50 elk or so. The majority of them are laying down, but they're probably 400 or 500 yards away. Bison aren't too bad. They're about 100 to 300, but they're all on this side, except for the loner way over there. It's been a good day. There's 4 elk in here, and one is huge. This is bigger than the elk that we saw on the side of the street, which is impressive. And there's a little one in here, and the big guy's just pushing him around. We just saw a black bear. It was pretty medium size. He was probably 60 yards away. Heard a bunch of people stop, so of course we stopped. What is it? It's a black bear. But good thing we have the binoculars because he was difficult to find. We didn't get any video or pictures of him because he was a ways off. Sorry. But we saw a bear. But we saw one. But we saw a bear.
We have definitely found the upper falls. So we can hear it, we saw signs, everything's really clearly marked here, which is super nice for us. Oh, look out, boys, over here, guys.
All right, this is our last attraction of the day. It's 7:15. This Norris Geyser Basin is on the northwest side of the park, so we're kind of headed on our way back out to the west entrance. But this whole valley is just geysers.
We're on camera.
Yeah, we're on camera. So, no. Overall, a very successful day. I'm exhausted. We went hard today.
Yes, we saw as much as we could in one day, which it was super fun. We've never necessarily been to a place where we could see this much in one day. So like getting out, getting back in, driving around, like it was exciting. I feel like very accomplished. And Yellowstone like exceeded my expectations. I didn't expect for there to be so much to see.
It's incredible. We got here at 8:45 and it's 7:45 all day. But I was surprised. We did more of the touristy stuff on the bottom half
Yeah.
And then we saw more of the wildlife on the upper half. We hardly saw any wildlife on the lower. So I think the northern half is less touristy and more animals.
We saw a ton today, and I hope you guys loved coming with us because we loved capturing it and it was so much fun.
Now we have about a 2-hour drive back. Remember, someday starts today. Start pursuing your dreams.
And if you liked following us along in Yellowstone, stay tuned for more. Go ahead and give this video a like. Please subscribe if you haven't. It really helps us out, and we'll see you guys in the next one. What? Preston told me the battery died, and it didn't. But I thought he was telling the truth, and I was gonna be bummed. We've been pushing the battery all day. So, I gave up, sat down. This feels so good. My feet hurt.